Hi, it's Anne. Thanks for stopping by. So I've had several folks ask me recently about organization. How do I organize my craft supplies and the things that I make, the tags and the cards and such. Organizing the ephemera is a different topic that I'm not going to be getting to today, because what I've been working on more recently has been just organizing my desk, getting all my little bits and bobs, all my little fussy cut pieces and little labels and the things that I cut out of old books and maps and such, getting those things organized in a way that I can not make a huge mess, and I can find what I need when I'm making a project. I love these little baskets. You get these at the dollar store. I get little trays at the thrift store. I made this little bowl out of book strips and Mod Podge, and I love having these around to put little things in. And they're great for when you're working on a project, to be project specific. But my problem is that then all the leftovers I just leave in there, and then I keep adding more stuff to them. So I end up with a little bowl like this that has fussy cut flowers and scraps of paper and a few sequins and some Tracy Fox labels, and there's just some textured scraps with textured things on them, all different kinds of themes, and it just fills up, and I can have fun digging through. And I do like the idea of just using what's on my desk, finding something that's been laying on my desk, but I found I can't operate that way all the time. It just becomes too messy. And let me tell you, since I'm confessing, I had probably 10 of these different little receptacles and, like little boxes like this that I made out of junk mail flyers, just filled with all kinds of random things. Like this one little piece, this one little box might have had some postage stamps and, well, all the kinds of things that I was just talking about. And so I thought, Anne, you need to get it together. You need to organize things a little bit. And so I've hit on 3 ideas that I wanted to share with you. And I'm going to start with how I am now organizing. And this has been going a couple of weeks now, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm going to start with how I organize my very small things, and then my medium-sized things, and then my larger things. And we can just learn together from this. So let me set these things. I will still use these when I'm working on projects. They're great for organizing a desktop, but I have to have a different system for when I clean up after a project. So that is what I'm going to share. And at some point I'll get to sharing with you about how I organize the ephemera I actually make. This might even be, it's not in the, okay, now it's in frame. I found this little beauty at the thrift store some time ago, and it sat around for months and months before I actually used it. Once I started using it, I started using it all the time. And in fact, I don't even know where, that's not very well organized, is it, of me, is it? It's a little, it has little 12 compartments, but right now it only has 11 because I think this one is in with my Christmas stuff. I'm not certain if this started life as a craft supply. It could be a makeup supply. What's the click box it's called? Anyway, I don't have all of them filled, but what I decided to do was to take these little individual compartments and put like things alike in there. And so I had, I'll show you this, I had all these little dragonfly die cuts and stamps, and I was using them a lot, especially over the summer, and I had just bunches of these sitting around, and I thought, let me just pull them together into one little box. And I found that I use my little dragonfly cutouts so much more now because I know where they are. They're not scattered around everywhere. And I just taped one little dragonfly image. I guess these weren't die cuts, these were punches. But I just glued one there, and this is where the dragonflies now live. And they're very small, and they're not going to get lost. And then when I've done my embellishment, I just put them away. I have in here little lines and interesting things that I have cut out of out of magazines and books, and I have been using these more and more in my journals and in my elements, my ephemera elements. It's just, this is a little bit long here, but it doesn't crumple it to pop it in here. I love having all these things together so they're not tangled in with everything else. They might tangle in with one another. But anyway, this was at the thrift store, and you know, you never know what you're going to find at the thrift store. I just put welcome there because that's something cut out of a book page, and I could recognize what the category was looking there. What did I pay for this? I don't even remember. I'm sure it was under $5 because I'm kind of persnickety about how much I will pay even at the thrift store. I have no idea if you're going to be able to find anything like this, but I bet if you keep your eyes open, you will find something similar. And again, the key with this is that it's separate compartments and a way that I could label things. I'll just show you one more. This is where I've been keeping my little hearts that I made out of some of my gel print pages. And I've been using these a lot on some of my giveaway art, and it's very handy to have them right here. They don't get lost. All right, so that's this, the little boxes. This is for, you know, for the little things. Now for the middle-sized things, and you know, this is all, where am I gonna put this? On the floor, I guess. I keep it on a little shelf right above my craft desk. The middle-sized things that were in here, I actually this is not brilliant, believe me. This is not anything, this is not anything that is particularly innovative, but I made these little, these are for mostly fussy cut things. I just made little vellum envelopes. I had some vellum out here. I'm going to have to pause the video and find it because I think I left it across the room. Okay, I guess I needed to be better organized for my video about organization. But in organizing these little fussy cut things, you know, I see a lot of crafters that will have like whole books with clear pockets in them so they can see every fussy cut. I just knew I wasn't going to get that meticulous. I just knew that that wasn't for me. But I do like being able to see things all of a category together. And so I thought, why don't I go with vellum? What I did was I took a 8.5 by 11 sheet of vellum, cut it in half this way. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, I guess. Is that the right? Yes, 5.5 by 8.5. And I just folded them up to make these envelopes. And I made an envelope for each roughly identified category. And I just bound them with washi tape. Now, this will tear eventually, and I will replace it. You might even see the tearing today, I don't know. But this holds it close for now. And so this is a little pocket. This is for my little food. This is food and cooking. And I can pull anytime I need anything regarding food or cooking. I can pull out, I can find all these fussy cuts that I've made out of magazines and cookbooks and such, and they're all right here. And I don't mind spreading them out and looking to see what's here, or maybe storing them for the duration of, excuse me, the duration of a project in something like this. But when I'm done, instead of getting put in with the birds and the postage stamps and the scraps of lace and all of the other things, they can go back into their little vellum pocket. And I don't mind that at all. Ooh, peaches. So let's just tuck these things back in. It's not all food. Sometimes it's the little utensils and vintage appliances. But this vellum pocket, for most of these medium-sized things, so far it's working. It's working really well, and I'm going to end up storing them in something like this. I could put a couple of them across. Maybe I'll choose a different basket, I don't know. But I'm generally going to know what categories of fussy cut things I have. I have one for postage stamps. I have one for birds. Larger birds I'll put in something else, but these are just like the little birds that I've cut out of field guides and such. I have a whole one for seashells. I had a bunch of seashells and beach themed things that I had cut out for a separate project some time ago. Random animals. These are, woodland friends that I cut out of a field guide. Well, where was this raccoon going to go? Where was this squirrel going to go? They just didn't belong anyplace else. But all the woodland friends could go in together. And the next time I do a journal with that sort of theme or sensibility, it's right there. I've got butterflies. I have textile bows and textile things. I have some little die cuts. I have some florals. I have little rectangles of things. I have trees and leaves. I have a couple that I'm going to make here so you can see just how easy it is to make these. And this is nothing brilliant. In fact, there are many, many more brilliant things that are out there. Let me show you how easy this is. But I kind of like it in its simplicity. I just fold it like this and leave a little lip. And let me pull out some of my washi tape that I don't love that much. And my washi tape, like many of you, I tend to put a little bit of glue underneath. To improve its adherability. And one on one side, and just encase that edge, and the other for the other side. And I could glue this on another piece of paper, but then I'd waste some glue along the edge. So I just ran the washi itself over the top of the glue stick. Now, what did I want to put in here? I think I wanted to put my owls in here. I had another one of these. I have birds separately, but I had a bunch of owls that I had cut out of field guides. And I think these wise old beasts needed a little envelope of their own. I have a big owl here. I'm not certain if this one is going to fit in here. Nope, that one's just a little bit too big, so that can go into another receptacle. Here's a barred owl that can stick in there. And then the next time I want to put some owls on something, I just grab this little envelope, and I'm not digging through all of my bits and bobs. So you can see I'm really going to enjoy using this small, very inexpensive, very unbrilliant organization system. It's better than what I had before. So, and I like with the vellum that you can easily see through at a glance what is here. It's going to eliminate the need for me to write, butterflies on there. I can see, it's fine. Let me set that aside. And then for my larger things, I did make a purchase, and I'm all about, not having to make purchases if I don't need to. But I bet anything that you have some of these in your craft room, or maybe just in your household too. These little zippered pouches. These are so inexpensive. You can get them online. You can get a pack of 20 of them for like $15. They're available in lots of different kinds of combinations. I'm not an Amazon affiliate. I don't have that program. But if you want to do a quick online search for zippered mesh pouches, you're going to find all different kinds of flavors of these, and you will have them very quickly if this is what you choose to do. I like them because with this plasticky surface, I can tape a label on the outside on what it is, just to remind myself, but I can kind of see what this is too. So this is anytime I, make more of the gessoed or gel print book pages, I just put them in here. And if I'm cleaning up my desk, like I am right now, and I run across something like this, I just pop it in there. And it's something that's good to go. And anytime I need some sort of a large painted or gessoed piece, I know it's in there. I keep all of my fabric tape in one of these, so it's not getting, you know, lost and all and about. When I was cleaning my craft room the other day, I kept running across a bunch of signature pages that, when folded, formed the standard 5.5 by 8.5 to fit in a 6x9 journal. They were in every stack, every which way. I just quickly labeled it on a scrap of paper, put some washi on there, didn't make it look pretty, just identified it, and I have those here in my craft room. There's another one that I wanted to make, so I will do that now, and that is for numbers. When I was doing the December daily the other day, and I had all of those numbers that I had sort of collected, and I didn't use all of them, but gee, it's nice to have numbers around for when you want to have a number in a journal, and I thought I could just sort of add to that. It had this kind of cool piece of scrapbook paper that had all of these numbers. I thought that needs to be in a pouch. You can have the big ones like you just saw, but these collections come in smaller sizes as well. This is great for a pencil case or like a little first aid kit if you're going somewhere and you need to you know, go into a craft show or something and want to make certain you have your Band-Aids or your aspirin with you. That's handy. I don't even know how many are in this, but this is my second set of these that I just purchased. And we're going to just pop these numbers in here. And I'm feeling already that this system is helping me be better organized and just feel like I have a little less chaos around me. Did I maybe not pick the one that was big enough? Let me get this piece of scrap paper in there. Yeah, that should fit. You do not need a tutorial on how to put things into a pouch, so I am simply showing you what I am doing, not how I do it, because you know how to do this. Just a piece of scrap paper, nothing fancy, and let's just take a little washi that I'm not going to bother gluing. And this can be part, I just keep these in a drawer that's close by, and I just kind of know generally what is going to be there. Is this organization system complete? Absolutely not. It is not complete. I also have my, you know, bins of just scraps that I'll use for collage, and these I probably should sort into different types, different sizes. I haven't done that yet. I haven't organized my maps. There's a number of things that I haven't organized, but I feel like this is a start. And I like knowing that when I have some pieces that are going to be too big for that little tiny tackle box system, or too big for this little vellum pocket system, that they can fit nicely into something like this. Also, these can be project specific too. I will show you. I'm planning a mushroom journal, and I was kind of stockpiling different things that were mushroom themed, and I just labeled one of these mesh bags, and everything that I'm finding that's mushroomy I am throwing in here, and you know, from field guides to fussy cuts and you know, little things I have done like that, all kinds of different things that I can cut out or that I can use as full pages. That's going to go into my next mushroom journal. And even this bag from the grocery store. So anyway, I in the year ahead, I really think I'm going to be doing more themed types of journals, and this is helping me sort of get organized for that. So anyway, those are just a few things that you can do. Not a complete solution, but I think sometimes with our organization, we chip away and see what is doable, what is sustainable for us, and what can help us concentrate less on the sorting through things and more on the actual creating. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.